Namaste. Today we'll read a shloka from chapter 9 of Bhagavad Gita. It goes like this. Yatha akashasthito nityam vayu sarvatra go mahan tatha sarvani bhutani matsthani tyupadharaya. This shloka talks about how the Supreme is present everywhere. The meaning is this. Know that just as the ever-present, all-pervading, mighty air inheres in Akasha, the space, the sky, so too all beings inhere in me, the Supreme. So, Lord Krishna is totally identified with his true nature, the formless awareness, Parabrahma. These words are coming from the Supreme, Parabrahma. When you read Bhagavad Gita, if you read these words with an understanding that these words are coming from a body mind called Krishna, you would not be able to grasp the essence of these words. So when we read Bhagavad Gita, we should always remember these words are coming from Paramatman through Krishna's mouth. Krishna's body mind is just like everybody else's body mind. The body is created with 5 elements, just like everybody else. So these words are not coming from a person. It's not coming from a personal mind, individual mind. It's coming from the formless awareness, speaking about its true nature through Krishna's mouth. So if we understand this from this perspective, it makes sense. So the Lord says, just like the air, I am everywhere. We all know air is everywhere. Probably when you go to high mountain, like Mount Everest, or there might be some difficulty breathing and deficiency of air, but still air is permeated everywhere. So it's like sky. We know sky. Wherever you go, you can see sky. It doesn't matter which country you are residing in, air and sky, it's always available. So just like that, God says, I am all pervading, all present, mighty. Whenever it is difficult to grasp an idea, knowledge or truth conveyed as suitable simile makes the process easier. So this is just an example God is giving us, because when we speak about the truth, the unnameable, the ultimate knowledge, the formless awareness does not have a name. So how do we talk about something that does not have a name? God, that term, we gave that term, we use that term, but God doesn't have a name. So he is giving us some examples to understand this better. Krishna states that unlike earth, water, and fire, air is invisible. Though present around earth, water, and fire, our skin and eyes feel the impact of air. You cannot see air. Just like when you turn on the fan, you can see the nice breeze but you can experience it through your skin. So just like that, this presence of awareness is experienced through our own heart, not the body. Not, you cannot see it, you cannot experience it through senses. It's beyond the sensory experiences. As is air established in space, so are objects existing in the Supreme. Here, the word bhuta denotes small and big objects of existence. It doesn't matter what size it is, everything exists in me. I am the formless awareness appearing as these objects, forms, and shapes, including the Panchabhutas, 5 elements. So, earth, water, fire, air, all these elements, I am appearing as these 5 elements also. What does that mean? A body is made up of 5 elements. So, the same formless awareness, God, is appearing as the body, as 5 elements also. So everything that you see, that's Him. That's the formless awareness, God. Of the 5 Buddhas, 4 inhere in space. But where does space itself inhere? Yet space is truly inferable. You cannot see, you cannot talk about the qualities of space because it's truly, it doesn't have any specific qualities to talk about. But we know space is there. Space is here. In human life, inference and sensory perception should go hand in gloves with each other. That alone will make human life complete and our perception effective and fulfilling. The soul is inferred first and then realized directly. So, what does this mean? It shows the ever-present nature of God. And we'll read a verse from some points from Rupert Spira's book, and we can see how our contemporary teachers explain these points in a manner that we can relate to in our daily life. So this book is The Art of Peace and Happiness by Rupert Spira. So in this book, he talks about the first chapter. He talks about what is the true nature of self. What am I? So the history of humanity on both the individual and the collective scales is the drama of this loss of our true identity and the subsequent search to regain it. So what is it that knows or aware of our being? We all know that I exist, I am here. We all have that feeling. So the word awareness indicates that the being we intimately know ourselves to be, that knows itself to be, is inherently present and aware. So this knowledge of our true self, the knowledge of I am here, I exist, I'm alive, that sense, it doesn't have anything to do with the body. But it's a misunderstanding to believe that I am here means the body is here. No, it's the awareness announcing its presence. I'm here, I'm here. So he talks about the true nature of awareness here. All experience is known by ourself. So all experiences means every sight that we see from morning till night, every sound we hear from morning till night, every smell, every taste, every touch, all these five senses, the experiences through five senses. It is known by our true self, which is the formless awareness that is present within us. And therefore, our knowledge of the mind, body, and world is related to and dependent upon our knowledge of ourself. The poet and painter William Blake said, "As a man is, so he sees." He meant that the way a person sees or understands him or herself deeply conditions the way he or she sees and understands objects, others, and the world. Let us start with ourselves, for everything depends upon this. We learn a lot of things in our school, college, and all of our academic years. We learn a lot of things, but the basic knowledge of our true self, that you cannot see it anywhere unless you really try to find it, and unless you really want to learn it, it's available. Other than that, it's not common man's knowledge, or it's not available in our syllabus, curriculum. You cannot see it anywhere. But and how important it is to know who you are, and everything you learn is depending upon it. Who is learning? What is that's aware of our experiences? So the first thing we know for sure is I am. Nobody can legitimately deny their own being. For even to deny oneself, one must first be present. For example, if you say, "No, I don't experience that," if you say that, you must have awareness even to say that, even to deny that. No one asserts I am because they have been told it by their parents or learned it in a book. Our own being is always our direct, familiar, and intimate experience. You cannot put it in words how you know that you are here. Wherever you go, anywhere you go, your experience is, I'm here. We never experience we are there. We always experience we are here. So the term here shows the presence of awareness. Wherever we go, we have this experience. I'm here. I'm alive. The first thing we know for sure is I am. This simple knowing of our own being, so simple and obvious that is usually overlooked, turns out to be the most precious knowledge that anyone can have. I may not know what I am, but I know that I am. Everybody has this experience that I am. I am alive. I am here. And all your experiences are known by the formless awareness, which we call God. But we have this belief system that our experiences are known by our body. The I that I am is the very same I that knows or is aware that I am. So we all know that when we say, I know this person, I know this object, I know this situation, or whatever. And when we say that, it's indicating that one thing knowing another. But we are talking about one thing that knows itself. So the formless awareness is aware of itself. It doesn't need anything else to help the awareness to know its own true self. So the knowledge of I am, the knowingness, that is present in every living being. So the question is, many people ask this question, where is God? Who is God? So the answer is this, it's within ourselves, the formless awareness within ourselves. So in the second part, the body and mind to I, the aware presence. In this part, Rupert explains how we attribute so many things to this formless awareness. What qualities does ourself, this aware presence, possess other than simply being and awareness? The fact that our self is present and aware is beyond doubt. However, to this simple knowing of our own being, we normally add many attributes. So when we say I, we have usually we say I have a house, I have a car, I have a friend, I have a family. The I that we talk about. So when we say I have a car, but I am not a car. I have a dress, but I am not a dress. So just like that, we add so many attributes to this I and start to identify with every attributes that we add. For example, the first attribute we usually add to ourselves, to the simple knowing of our own being, is the belief that it resides in, is made of, and is limited to the body and mind. We consider that our self resides inside the body and mind, and that everyone and everything else resides outside. So what did we read in Bhagavad Gita today? Lord says, I am appearing as everything. Everything is in me. Everything you see, hear, taste, smell, touch, everything is in me, which means I am appearing, the formless awareness appearing as these objects that we talked about. So first misunderstanding is that I am just this form. I am just this 5 feet, 6 feet body that you see in front. So this belief, all our experiences are veiled because of this belief and just this body. So the scriptures are trying to make us aware that there is something so big, something so magnificent is within you. You're not just the body. We consider that our self resides inside the body. You, as the body mind, is inside the consciousness. But you, as the consciousness, the body is inside you. Think about this point. You, as the body, it's just a small part of your truth. The body is just a small element. It's just like a shadow appearing in the formless awareness. So this, as you as a body, is in the formless awareness. You as the formless awareness, the body is in you. So your body is appearing in this vast formless awareness. The primary belief is responsible for the fundamental presumption of our entire culture. that experience is divided into two parts: a separate inside subject, the self that knows, feels, or perceives, and a separate outside object, I and you. So, outside object, other or world that is known, felt, or perceived. So, let's say there are two parts in this understanding. Step one, first part is understanding there is a perceiver and the perceived objects, perceiver and the perceived too. The truth is, perceiver is the formless awareness, and the perceived scenes, scenery, sounds, taste, smell, and touch, all these sensory experiences are perceived by the perceiver. But the perceiver, the formless awareness, is appearing as the perceived objects as well. That is the truth. And I, the aware presence, is synonymous with and limited to the body, and therefore shares its characteristics, is responsible for the veiling or forgetting of our true identity of aware presence. So this belief that I am inside this body, I am just this body, I am inside this body, and this body is aware of all the experiences. This belief, this number one misunderstanding, is responsible for the veiling or forgetting of our true identity as the formless awareness. So the room you are sitting in, the room is appearing in you, the formless awareness. And your body is also appearing in you, the formless awareness. So what is the point of talking about this? There's only one point: just to make you aware of your true nature. Then the question comes, then how come I don't experience it? Because our experiences and perceptions are veiled by the belief that we are just these forms. I'm just this body. This belief is responsible for veiling your true experience as the formless awareness. What does that mean? God is not anywhere else. He is everywhere. All our experiences are known by Him, the formless awareness that is present within us, and we call Him God, him or her. He doesn't have, the formless awareness doesn't have gender or religion or anything. So we cannot give characteristics to that formless awareness. So when we understand this, when we move to this understanding, our experiences start to change. Our perceptions start to change based upon this understanding that we are formless awareness. And some experiences will help you establish in this truth. And why do we need to understand this? To avoid suffering. To avoid suffering. So this is the medicine for suffering according to our scriptures. When you understand your true nature, you're out of suffering. Isn't that all of us want? Everybody's running after happiness. I want to be happy. So we are chasing experiences to make us happy, but nothing lasts. When we go for a vacation, how long does it last? That pleasure. I'm not saying not to go for vacation, but I'm just trying to make you aware that our happiness should not depend upon experiences. That we are the source of happiness. This formless awareness is the source of happiness. When we truly understand and realize our own true self, that is the end of suffering. So apply this knowledge. So how do we apply this knowledge? Try to see that everything you see is an appearance of God. Rupert Spira says, don't let any appearances make you believe that there is something else here other than the beautiful face of God. Let me say that one more time. Do not let any appearance make you believe that there is something else here other than the beautiful face of God. What does that mean? Try to see Him in everything. That is how you experience His presence. Try to hear Him through every voice, good and bad. Everything is Him. That is the ultimate knowledge scriptures are trying to convey. So I hope this message will help to make your day better, and apply this knowledge, and you will also move beyond suffering. Thank you. Namaste. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.